Most people think vitamin C is just a simple immune booster you take when you feel a cold coming on, but that belief barely scratches the surface of what this nutrient actually does inside your body. The truth is, vitamin C is not merely a vitamin, it behaves more like a metabolic regulator, an antioxidant commander, and a cellular repair assistant working behind the scenes every second. When your levels are optimal, your cells communicate better, inflammation stays controlled, and your tissues repair faster. When levels drop, subtle dysfunction begins long before obvious symptoms ever appear. Here is where most people get misled. They assume that if they are not sick, they must be getting enough. That assumption is dangerous because deficiency is not always dramatic like scurvy from old textbooks. Modern low vitamin C shows up as fatigue, slower healing, fragile skin, bleeding gums, frequent infections, and even stubborn weight loss resistance. These are signals your body is whispering, not shouting, and most people ignore whispers. Vitamin C is also deeply involved in blood sugar balance, which surprises many people. Your adrenal glands use large amounts of it to manage stress hormones, and every time stress rises, your body burns through its supply faster. That means emotional stress, poor sleep, intense exercise, illness, and even high sugar intake all increase your requirement. So someone living a high-stress lifestyle can become functionally deficient even if they eat foods that supposedly contain enough. Another misunderstood truth is absorption. Taking large doses does not mean your body uses large doses. Vitamin C is water-soluble, which means your system takes what it needs and eliminates the rest. Flooding your body with megadoses may sound powerful, but more is not always better. What matters more is steady availability, proper timing, and the presence of supportive nutrients that help it enter cells and do its job effectively. There is also a major difference between natural food sources and isolated supplements. Whole foods package vitamin C with bioflavonoids, enzymes, and cofactors that enhance its activity. Supplements can help when used strategically, but they should support a foundation of real nutrition, not replace it. If your diet lacks fresh vegetables, herbs, and low-sugar fruits, no pill will fully compensate. Now here is the part almost nobody talks about. Vitamin C plays a direct role in collagen production, which means it affects your skin, joints, blood vessels, and even your gut lining. Weak collagen leads to wrinkles, joint discomfort, and fragile capillaries. Strong collagen supports resilience, recovery, and structural strength, so when people chase expensive creams or treatments for aging, they often overlook one of the simplest internal tools their body already knows how to use. And once you understand how this nutrient truly works, you stop seeing it as a seasonal remedy and start treating it as a daily performance molecule that influences energy, immunity, repair, and longevity in ways far more profound than most supplement labels will ever admit for your health. One of the biggest misconceptions about vitamin C is that it only matters when you feel sick, but inside the body it is working long before illness shows up. Every cell uses vitamin C to defend itself against oxidative stress, which is the chemical damage created when your body converts food into energy. That process is normal, but when stress, toxins, or poor nutrition increase the load, your antioxidant defenses must rise to match it. Vitamin C is one of the first responders in that defense system, neutralizing damage before it spreads to DNA, proteins, and cell membranes. What makes this especially important today is that modern lifestyles constantly drain this nutrient. Pollution, processed food, chronic stress, lack of sleep, alcohol, and high blood sugar all accelerate vitamin C depletion. Even something as common as scrolling on your phone late at night contributes indirectly by disrupting sleep hormones, which increases cortisol, which then burns through more vitamin C. So while someone may think their diet looks fine on paper, their lifestyle may be silently emptying their reserves faster than they refill them. There is also a fascinating relationship between vitamin C and insulin sensitivity. Glucose and vitamin C compete for entry into cells because they share similar transport pathways. When blood sugar stays elevated, vitamin C has a harder time getting inside tissues where it is needed most. That means a high-sugar diet can create a functional deficiency even when intake appears adequate. This is one reason metabolic health and micronutrient status are deeply connected, not separate conversations. Another overlooked factor is timing. Your body does not store large amounts of vitamin C, so a single large dose in the morning will not sustain you all day. Smaller amounts spaced throughout the day often support blood levels more effectively. Think of it like watering a plant. Flooding it once does not keep it hydrated for a week, but consistent watering keeps it thriving. The same principle applies inside your bloodstream. Quality matters too. Synthetic forms can still be useful, but forms combined with bioflavonoids or derived from whole food concentrates may provide additional benefits because they mimic how vitamin C naturally appears in plants. Your biology evolved recognizing those complexes, not isolated megadoses. This does not mean supplements are bad. It means strategy matters more than quantity. When people begin restoring optimal levels, they often notice subtle but powerful shifts: clearer skin tone, steadier energy, fewer cravings, faster recovery after workouts, and stronger resistance during cold season. These changes happen because vitamin C is not targeting one system. It is supporting the biochemical network that keeps every system communicating smoothly. Once that network improves, the entire body functions with greater efficiency and resilience. That is why understanding this nutrient is not about memorizing a dosage chart, but about recognizing signals your body sends daily. When you learn to read those signals, you stop guessing about your health and start responding with precision, which is where real transformation begins truly. Most supplement advice about vitamin C focuses on how much to take, but almost nobody explains how your body actually uses it once it is inside you. After absorption, vitamin C travels through your bloodstream acting like a mobile repair technician, entering tissues that are under the greatest stress. Areas of inflammation, injury, or infection pull in more of it, almost like a magnet. This is why people under physical strain or recovering from illness often require more than someone resting and healthy. The body is constantly prioritizing where nutrients go, and vitamin C is one of the most rapidly deployed tools it has. Inside cells, vitamin C helps regenerate other antioxidants, especially vitamin E and glutathione. Think of it as a recycling agent. When antioxidants neutralize harmful molecules, they become temporarily inactive. Vitamin C restores them so they can keep protecting you. Without enough of it, that recycling slows down and oxidative stress accumulates. Over time, that buildup contributes to aging, fatigue, weakened immunity, and metabolic inefficiency. So vitamin C is not working alone, it is coordinating an entire antioxidant network. It also plays a critical role in brain chemistry. Your nervous system uses vitamin C to produce neurotransmitters such as dopamine and norepinephrine, which influence focus, motivation, and mood stability. Low levels can quietly affect mental clarity and emotional resilience. Many people assume brain fog or irritability is just stress or lack of sleep, when in reality nutrient status may be part of the picture. Supporting vitamin C intake can help stabilize that internal chemistry and support sharper cognitive performance. Another surprising function is its role in detoxification. Your liver relies on vitamin C to transform toxins into forms that can be safely removed from the body. Environmental chemicals, medications, and metabolic waste all require processing. When vitamin C is insufficient, detox pathways may become sluggish, leaving compounds circulating longer than they should. This does not mean your body stops detoxifying, but it may not do so as efficiently as it was designed to. What is rarely discussed is how quickly levels can drop. The human body cannot manufacture vitamin C, unlike many animals that produce it internally. That means you depend entirely on daily intake. Miss a few days of proper nutrition, and your blood levels can decline faster than you might expect. This is why consistency matters more than occasional high intake. Small, regular amounts signal safety and stability to your physiology. When you start viewing vitamin C through this functional lens instead of the outdated cold remedy lens, your strategy changes. You begin thinking about daily support, stress adaptation, and cellular defense rather than emergency dosing. That shift in perspective is powerful because it aligns your habits with how your biology actually works, and when your habits match your biology, results tend to follow naturally. Consistency builds resilience, resilience builds strength, and strength is what allows your body to heal faster, age slower, and perform at a level most people never realize is possible truly. By now you might be wondering what optimal vitamin C looks like in real life, not in theory, not on a supplement label, but inside a human body that is functioning well. Optimal does not mean extreme. It means your tissues have enough to meet daily demands without dipping into emergency reserves. When that state is reached, your immune responses are balanced rather than overreactive, your skin repairs quickly, and your energy production stays steady instead of fluctuating throughout the day. One of the most practical ways to evaluate your status is to watch how your body responds to stress and healing. Do small cuts close quickly or linger for days? Do bruises fade fast or hang around? Do you bounce back after a poor night of sleep or feel drained for the next 2 days? These simple observations reveal more about nutrient sufficiency than most lab tests because they reflect real-time physiology. Not just a snapshot in blood, food remains the most reliable foundation. Low-sugar fruits, leafy greens, herbs, and lightly cooked vegetables provide vitamin C in forms your body recognizes. The key word is fresh. This nutrient is sensitive to heat, light, and storage time, which means the longer food sits or the more it is processed, the more vitamin C is lost. That is why freshly prepared meals often feel more energizing than packaged ones, even if the calorie numbers match. Supplementation becomes useful when demand exceeds supply. Periods of illness, travel, intense training, emotional strain, or poor sleep can all increase requirements. In those situations, strategic supplementation can help bridge the gap. The goal is not to rely on pills forever, but to use them as tools during seasons when your physiology needs extra support. This is a targeted approach, not a dependency. Another smart strategy is pairing vitamin C with nutrients that enhance its effectiveness. Minerals like magnesium and trace elements like copper help enzymes that rely on vitamin C perform their roles. Protein intake also matters because collagen synthesis requires amino acids along with vitamin C. When these pieces come together, results multiply because your body can complete full repair processes instead of partial ones. What surprises many people is how quickly improvements can be felt once levels are restored. Skin tone may brighten, gums may become less sensitive, and overall vitality often rises. These changes are not magic and they are not placebo. They are signs that biochemical pathways finally have the raw materials they were missing. Your body has always known what to do, it simply needed the resources. Understanding this shifts your mindset from chasing quick fixes to building daily sufficiency. Instead of asking what supplement should I take when I get sick, you begin asking what does my body need today to stay strong tomorrow? That question alone transforms health decisions because prevention always requires less effort than repair, and supporting your biology consistently is far easier than trying to rescue it after depletion has already taken hold. At this point, the real truth about vitamin C becomes clear. It is not a trendy supplement, not a seasonal remedy, and not a miracle cure. It is a daily biological necessity that quietly determines how well your body adapts, repairs, protects, and performs. When intake is steady and sufficient, systems cooperate smoothly. When it is inconsistent, small inefficiencies begin stacking up until they show themselves as fatigue, slow recovery, frequent illness, or premature aging. The difference between those two states is often not dramatic interventions but simple, consistent nourishment. Many people search for advanced health strategies while overlooking foundational nutrients. They invest in complicated routines, expensive products, and extreme protocols, yet ignore whether their cells even have the raw materials required to function. Vitamin C is one of those raw materials. Without it, enzymes slow, tissues weaken, and defense systems struggle to respond on time. With it, the same body can perform the same tasks with far greater ease and stability. That contrast is why foundational nutrition always outperforms quick fixes in the long run. It is also important to understand that more is not automatically better. The body thrives on balance, not overload. Extremely high doses taken unnecessarily can lead to digestive discomfort and wasted nutrients, while steady, appropriate amounts tend to produce better physiological harmony. Listening to your body's signals, adjusting intake during stress, and prioritizing real food sources create a smarter, more sustainable approach than blindly following megadose trends. Consistency is where the real transformation happens. A single healthy meal will not rebuild nutrient stores, just like one night of good sleep will not erase months of exhaustion. But repeated daily support gradually restores internal stability. Over time, that stability strengthens immunity, sharpens mental clarity, supports connective tissue, and improves metabolic efficiency. These benefits do not arrive overnight, yet once established, they create a foundation that supports every other aspect of health. When you truly understand vitamin C this way, you stop treating it like an optional add-on and start recognizing it as a core requirement for resilience. That shift changes how you shop, how you cook, how you supplement, and how you evaluate your energy and recovery. Instead of reacting to symptoms, you begin supporting systems. Instead of waiting for warning signs, you maintain readiness. And that is the real lesson. Health is not built in emergencies. It is built in daily decisions that supply your biology with what it has needed all along. Give your body that steady support and it will often respond with strength, clarity, and vitality far beyond what most people expect from something as simple and as underestimated as vitamin C. Remember, the goal is not perfection but awareness. Small improvements repeated daily reshape physiology in powerful ways. Respect your nutrients and they will support you quietly for decades. Ignore them and your body will eventually demand attention. The choice is yours, and it is made not once, but every single day you nourish yourself with intention and care.